Hello ladies and gentle ladies, and welcome back to another video. It's been a really long time since I have last uploaded, I think about 6 months. So I think it's time for a channel update so that we can talk about what's happening and what's going to be happening moving forward. This is what we're going to discuss today. So first of all, we're going to talk about where I've been, and then we're going to talk about what's been happening. We're going to be talking about what the hell Mojang are doing. We're talking about when 1.22 is going to release, since everyone wants to know that. What's happening with the tutorials, and exciting projects that I think you guys will be very interested in. We're going to be talking about what's going to be happening with Industria and the live stream, since I haven't done one of those in a while either. And we're going to talk about a possible new series, and then we'll just talk about some other things at the end. So first of all, where I have been. So we're going to talk about where the videos, where the streams, where everything has been. So first of all, I've now finished university, which is great. So I have a lot more time on my hands generally than I did before. I've done my final year project, so that was making a programming language. That's done now, so I don't have to worry about working on that anymore. However, I do now obviously have to look for jobs. So I have to spend roughly 35 hours a week looking for jobs, and I have to help my dad with his website as well. So I am occupied somewhat. There are still things I'm doing, but it's much less than I was at university, which is great. I consider that a win. And then after I finished university, I had a pretty bad cold for about 2 weeks, which I'm pretty much fine with now. It was exactly when I planned to start doing videos and streams again, which is a pain, because that means it has now been delayed even further until, well, now, because now is when I'm recording this video, and we'll talk about the coming things very shortly. So what has been happening? So lots of things have actually happened since I've last posted. It has been 6 months after all, so we're going to talk about some of those things. So first of all, and I'm going to talk about this a few times in this video, but I am working on a pretty big project at the moment, and yeah, I can't wait to talk about it, show it to you guys, and maybe you can even help out with some of it as well. It's a very big project, very exciting project, and very relevant to Minecraft modding. So for most of my viewers, it'll be relevant to you. But we'll talk about that later on. Next, we have the tutorial series, or just really the one series, because we only have one series at the moment. So yeah, where we left off, the tutorial series was kind of in the middle of 1.21.1, and for Fabric, of course. So I think we left it at like energy or fluids maybe, or something, but there's still lots to cover in the tutorial series, and I obviously was just overloaded with university work, so I couldn't work on it. I couldn't prioritize it. However, we can now do that. So we have lots to cover, and that includes entities, biomes, and also possibly things like structures. We're going to have to do custom recipe types as well. There's a bunch of other things that we still have to do in the tutorial series. So this is including these things, but it's not limited to these things. There are other things as well. If you guys have any suggestions for tutorials you want to see, please put them in the comments of this video. I will be looking at the comments, and I will be taking note of what you guys want, since it's very important. Obviously, I'm making videos for what you guys want. Otherwise, there's no point in me making them. So just let me know if you guys have any ideas. Next, we need to talk about the big question. What the are Mojang doing? The answer is I don't really know what they're doing, but I'm going to try and kind of help out to explain to you guys somewhat what they are doing. So first of all, updates. So a lot of things have obviously happened since 1.21.1, and that is that 1.21.8 is now out. Yes, you heard me right. 1.21.8 has now released, which is crazy, and I think we can expect to see 1.21.9 very shortly on the horizon as well. It may even be out as you're watching. So yeah, obviously a lot of changes have happened since then, like significant rewrites of the Minecraft codebase. So the tutorials for 1.21.1 will not work for 1.21.8. They probably won't even work for 1.21.4. So there's a lot of changes there, and we are going to talk about that later. First of all, let's talk about the other things. So Vibrant Vanguard is now in full swing. So For those of you who don't know, Mojang are currently working on a complete rewrite of their render engine. They've gone through lots of iterations of things they want to do, such as porting it to Vulkan instead of OpenGL, and there have been discussions of other things there as well, like making the render engine native to like C++ instead of Java, that kind of thing. It seems, and I'm not 100% certain because honestly I'm a little bit out of the loop, but I think they're going to stick with OpenGL for now, and they're just going to kind of work on rewrites, I believe. But don't quote me on that. If you want more information on Vibrant Vanguard, they have a Discord server like made by those Mojang developers, and they talk about it in there. And if you're a privileged member, you can also discuss it. I'm not, so I have no input into that server, but I will leave a link to that Discord server in the description of this video. It's an official server by the Mojang developers. So it's a good read, even if nothing else, to see what's going on in there. And then the other big thing, of course, is 1.22. Everyone wants to know about 1.22, and it seems to be absolutely nowhere in sight. So, when is 1.22? Well, I don't know. I can't answer that for you. We don't have a date. We don't have any official news on when 1.22 is releasing. So, the only thing that we kind of know is that it's probably going to release sometime in autumn or at the very latest winter, but it will be this year, which is not super helpful for anyone really. But my guess, my personal guess, is that it will be around 2 months until we can expect 1.22. It could release before then. Mojang have changed their update schedule so many times in the past, you know, however long, that it's hard to determine. So yeah, hopefully it'll be around 2 months because we have a lot of things that we still want to do with the tutorial series. So regarding the tutorials, a few things are going to change. So first of all, the 1.21.1 fabric tutorials are going to continue all the way up until the release of 1.22. We're going to keep that tutorial series going. We're not going to update it to 1.21.8. We're going to keep it on 1.21.1. When 1.22 releases, I will make an update video on how to update to 1.21.8, and then I'll make an update video on how to release or how to update to 1.22. However, when it is 1.22, we're going to start with multi-loader tutorials instead. And what this means is that will be NeoForge and Fabric combined into a single mod. So it'll just be one mod. We're not going to be writing two different tutorial series. It's going to be one tutorial series, one mod, and that is going to be NeoForge and Fabric. And in theory, you could obviously do Forge, whatever, as well. But Forge is effectively dead now. Well, we don't even talk about that. So yeah, it's just going to be NeoForge and Fabric for 1.22 multi-loader tutorials. It's something I've never done before. It's something a lot of people have requested, so I think it's worth doing. And if you're curious, by the way, this was decided as per the polls on YouTube. So on my YouTube community, I made some polls. I also made some on my Discord server, but those didn't really go anywhere. So this was decided mainly as per the YouTube community polls. Okay, finally it's time to talk about this exciting project I've been hinting at, and that is Railroad IDE. So for some of you more veteran viewers, I suppose, this is something I've been talking about and kind of somewhat working on for a very long time. A few years at least, I would say about 3 years. Effectively, the premise is that this is an IDE, so, you know, like IntelliJ, like Eclipse, like VS Code, etc. But it is designed specifically for Minecraft modding. So it's going to be able to help you a lot with Minecraft modding, whether that be mixins, whether that be item registration, whether that be creating your JSON files, whether that be ensuring that your mod ID has a specific convention when you write it in the code, etc., etc. It will be all these different things combined together into an IDE for Java. So I am going to be having a dedicated video about this coming very shortly. It's going to be what I record straight after this one. So hopefully that's going to be coming super soon. And yeah, I'm really excited about this. I want to get some more support for it, and maybe you guys can help out with it as well. For now, if you're curious, I do have a Discord server linked in the description, and we have a Railroad category in there where we talk about the development, we have get logs, we have a help channel, etc. So if you're curious about it before the video comes out, then you can go ahead, join my Discord server, check out that channel, and you'll see how that works. Next, we're going to be talking about the new series. So once again, if you're in my Discord server, you will have heard me hint about a new series a couple times. And that's because I haven't actually got around to doing it yet. But it is something I do want to do. I think it's a very good idea. I just haven't had the opportunity to actually do it. But effectively, this new series is that I will be reviewing your mods. So you guys will submit me your mod, and I will look at the code and I will suggest improvements to your code, whether that be performance, whether it be better maintainability, better readability, maybe just generally better practices on how to do things. Maybe, for example, you're using, world data when you could be using NBT on a block entity or something like that. I don't know. That's a silly example, really. But many things like that. And I will just go through and I will explain these things. And yeah, maybe we'll do an actual general review of the mod as well, just to see kind of what it's like. Because obviously you can have a good mod that doesn't necessarily have the best code in the world. So this is an opportunity for you to improve your code, and I will go through on a video and I will explain everything that I think could be improved. So if you guys are interested in this idea, maybe you guys don't even like the idea, I don't know. If you don't like the idea, please tell me. If you think the idea could be improved, please tell me. If you love the idea, please tell me. I would really like your feedback on this idea, and if you guys like it, then I will create some submission forms for you to submit your mods for reviews, and we'll do some videos on that. Next, we have to talk about this. We have to talk about it every single time because the Discord server, it's dying. We need more people in the Discord server. So whether you are just looking for modding support, whether you're looking for regular updates on my mods, my projects, the channel, or you're just looking for a fun place to hang out and chat, the Discord server is the place to be. We have a lot kind of going on there, even though it is kind of dead at the moment. There's a lot going on there. There's always people there to help if you have any problems, and provide that support that you might need for modding or just programming in general as well, because we have a programming channel too. Once again, Railroad, if you want to keep up to date with Railroad, the Discord server is the best place to be as well. So the link, it will be in the description, but if you don't want to use the link, it's just discord.dirtyworthy.dev. That is the link to the Discord. So yeah, that's about it. So I will be seeing you very, very shortly. So the industrial development streams will be returning extremely soon. I think I will have one tomorrow as of recording this. And then also the 1.21.1 fabric modeling tutorials will be continuing soon. And then we're also going to have a dedicated video that will discuss Railroad IDE. And that is going to be arriving in a short period of time. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video or found it useful or helpful. If you did, please do be sure to give it a like and subscribe, and make sure to join the Discord server, linked in the description, and I will see you all with the Railroad IDE video. Goodbye.